Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. In today's video, we have another post by Shazam over on Reddit of him analyzing teams being used in Chapter 35. He's in Chapter 35, so he can click on all the boss stages, see the victorious teams and what people used. He does say at the end here it'll be a while before he can post about Chapter 36 because he has to get there himself. Pull your finger out, mate. No, but he's doing awesome work. I really do love it. So we're going to go through this and then we're going to jump over onto Kiasma's account because we haven't been there for a while, and we're going to have a bit of a play with my favorite team from this because there's an absolute beautiful one. So let's get into it. Okay, so as we can see, every team, every victory used Taylene and also Iron. Pretty stable units in a lot of teams. Then you have things like Rowan. The second tier is pretty much all top tier units that always get used. The one interesting one in there is Flora for me. I don't think she was in there last time. I don't think she was that high, but good to see Flora's getting some action. Obviously in the Thorin Cheese team, she's just really good to get that extra damage in as well. And then we move down. I think Khazad used to be higher previously and stuff like that. I think even Soros used to be higher. But then if we jump down to the lower ranks, you can see some Rain getting used. Obviously the new heroes aren't going to be well represented in this one, like he says in the note, because they haven't been around for long enough to use. So yeah, Thale and Damon even as well, he mentions in here. I feel like Damon's starting to get some fair use. I don't know if he just hadn't changed that, but I feel like Damon sitting in 60 to 89 is pretty solid, but I still think he will get bumped up. Even Isold, I'm surprised Isold's that low. I thought he was really starting to be solid. So we'll have to see. But the two key ones we're looking at over here is going to be Titus and Gorvo. Really pumped to show you guys what's going on there. And then we have the no appearances section. So I definitely think Rain may even get a boost. I just feel like, I don't know, she's good for bosses. I'm curious to see if people can implement her end game in more areas, because just all those damage increases that she brings seem pretty big, so hopefully we can see something from that. Next up, we just go to faction appearances. So as you can see, he does a little analysis from the previous time. Dimensionals down. The big riser, I guess you could say, was Maulers up from 3% to 6%, so they doubled their representation, which isn't too bad. Then he comes in and analyzes some of the teams. Now, number one, this is my favorite team. I'm so pumped. You guys know I love Chicken Iron and I want it to work. And I was thinking new heroes are going to make it happen. But hey, it's all old heroes that have made it happen. And not only just old heroes, but old heroes that I absolutely love. So Titus the Man and Gorvo, I absolutely love their designs. And they're getting some use in the Chicken Iron Sophia team. Really, really nice. So basically, I always thought Isold could have a synergy with this team because of his passive AoE stun. However, he does lose the faction bonus. In this team, you are getting a solid 3-2 faction bonus, which isn't too bad for a Chicken Iron comp, basically. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And pretty much all it is you got the chicken there, obviously, to group them up. You got Sophia for the pyramid and also the burst damage. Iron, obviously, to grab everyone plus the burst damage. And then you've got Gorvo, who's going to jump and stun them at the start. And then Titus, who's going to take a little bit longer and follow up that stun with a fear. So it's just a really good CC chain that you can do. You instantly grab them, slow them, stun them, and then fear them. Really good. And then you've got all the burst damage there as well. Now there's a lot of counters to this team as well, but when you get a situation where it works, it's really nice. Basically anything with like an Athalia is going to ruin your day. Sylvanas sometimes because they'll target the Skriath, but you can put him in the front row to try and mitigate that. But all those types of things are counters for it, but I just love the fact that this is a thing. I want to keep seeing developments in the Chicken Iron meta because I love it. Absolutely love it. Next up, we have the Isold Stall team. So he appeared in 80% of them. I don't know why he was lower here. 10 to 19. Oh, these were for the other battles. Okay, this was 56 and 60. Okay, so he's ramping up his usage in the last couple battles of the chapter. So obviously a lot of people had already passed the early ones before he got useful and stuff like that, but a really nice stall comp just with Isold, and the longer you stall along with Damon, really nice. Interesting there with the Khazad doing some nice things. Normally he's really squishy, but with that front row you should be able to sort of keep him alive for a fair while. Other new combinations used. Okay, this one's going to be your Thorin Cheese, but it's a bit different with the Daemon Mezoth. Okay, that one's a bit more interesting, isn't it? So with the right start, Daemon can scale very rapidly and push over the enemy team. However, even if he dies to poor RNG, the lineup has a secondary win condition with the Thorin, obviously Retaliation, and Flora Taylaine's ability to dish out lots of damage. Pretty much that. I like it. So normally you're relying on Daemon to win, but you have the secondary win conditions. The more win conditions you can have in the team, the better. Now we have Zolrath God Comp. I really do like this, just due to the God Comp being taking battles on forever because of the energy cycling and just making games take a long time. Worst case, so you have your general just win the battle, and worst case, if you lose, you're going to have long enough that Zolrath should stack up stats, meaning he should be the last to die, and then he's just basically going to come back after the reset and delete the enemy team. Then we have the Graveborn team coming up here. Relies heavily on Thorin's Retaliation and Kelther's ability to dish out a lot of damage after he dies. Kelther and Nara, yeah, so it's basically just Thorin Cheese pretty much, but I'm liking Kelther finding a home. He's always been the neglected Graveborn, and I still like the fact that he has synergies with the cheese to give him a place that he can be used. And then next up, it looks like we just have this lineup is very strange to me. You've got no faction bonus. You've got a Brutus sitting in the back row. Really interesting what's going on here, but it relies on Isolde's furniture and self-healing to scale. In a typical winning formation, Isolde's doing 50% or more of the damage than the rest of the team combined. Yeah, I can see that. Like Nara, maybe you get some damage, but if she can just hide behind Isolde and then execute when he gets them low, not too bad. He's able to tank 3 billion worth of damage. He can take a fair bit of damage, so that is that one. So definitely some interesting comps coming out of this. Like I said, the Chicken Eiron one is the one I love the most, but they're all actually pretty interesting. Like, I mean, the Flora one's pretty standard, but you do have the Daemon as the basic win condition and the Thorin as the secondary. I really like the Zolrath into the God comp. Obviously we just have cheese there, and then this last team I really do like the look of. So seen more frequently in levels 56 and 60 than before. As you can see, just has a little representation of it. Obviously Saurus, even the one that surprised me was that Arthur's getting less representation in there, because normally he's pretty solid. Same with like Gwyneth and Leica, like getting less representation. Must not be a huge drop in representation, but still enough to be noted. And then overall formations from 3516 to 3560. He goes over a recap of this. This is fairly similar to what we looked at last time, so I'm not going to go too deep into this one because we've already covered that in a previous video. And then he just finishes off with some notes talking about how he's going to be a while before he gets to chapter 36. But I look forward to the chapter 36 summary when he does get there. Now let's jump over to Kiasma's account and have a bit of a play. Okay, so here is my favorite team out of that list. Unfortunately, our team's not very well upgraded. As you can see, we've got no level 30 signature items. Chicken and Titus are only level 10, so we're losing a lot of stats. Eiron's on 3 furniture, and Chicken's on 3 furniture. So we're not absolutely G'ing it with stats in this. The gears aren't amazing either, but I just want to see what we can do. Let's jump in, see what happens. We might put it down. Okay, we get deleted. That's fair enough. It's always going to happen. Okay, let's have a play with that. The other thing was a nice tech choice that Shazam was talking to me about is the fact that you can use, let's see if he's got gear. Yeah, that's really bad gear. Anyway, you can use Anarchy in there. Let's just slot him in for the fun of it and see how he goes, because he provides that shield. So the bigger problem with Eiron is that sometimes he just gets deleted before he can actually do anything. Like then, unfortunately, the shotgun dude really does interrupt him, which kind of sucks. But with the shield, sometimes it can help Eiron survive further into the battle. What I might do is I might just try up some different lineups, because I feel like we might eventually get there with this one. So let's try that. Obviously, the team's not ideal for it. The shotgun dude's actually a massive pain in this. Ooh, okay. There we go. That worked a bit better. Now we're going to burst them down here. And that is pretty much how you want the game to play. That's not too bad. Let's kick it on ×4. So just that cheeky little position swap made it work. So let's try again. Let's go in. Okay, so that was a try again stage. And this is the tilting thing about endgame. It's like, but I did it last time. Just let me have that victory again. Don't make me retry this same battle every time. I don't know what's happening different here. We could still get this with the sphere. Can we get it? Yes, nice. Anyway, that's the basic gist of it. Let's go try on some PvP actually. Let's hit some friends. This guy's the guy we always... No, we ain't doing that. Screg you can't drag in the first place. Mezoth's immune to stuff. Flora floats up. Taylene comes back. That is a team that we are definitely not going to beat with that comp, which absolutely devastates me. Who else is on chapter 34? Anyone on chapter 34, please? 34. 34, come on. Come on, chapter 34 people. Here we go. Here's one. Okay, 83. This does have the... Okay, the problem with this one is that this is an enemy Iron team that does have the Leica. So we get outsped in this one, but let's try it anyway. Let's do it for the lols, eh? Let's see what can happen. Okay, we ended up grabbing them. And that is essentially how you want it to happen. That is fantastic that worked. I didn't think it was going to work. I thought they were going to get us, but we ended up grabbing them. So let's go back to that again. Formations. I might try and put it on a slower speed. I might put it ×1 just so we can really see what's happening. So we get the grab, and then so it went stun, then fear. We're going to do that one more time because I really wanted to see that again. Actually, we'll watch the replay. As you can see, the burst at chicken. Check out the chicken deeps. Nice. So, oh yes, we interrupt the Iron. And as you can see, we grab them, Turtle stuns them, then Titus fears them. It's a really good synergy. I really do like this. Anyone else on chapter 34? 3340, what level are you? 59. Nah, we want to fight. You know, let's finish the video off with a solid loss against our old mate Love, because there's no chance, there's zero chance that we win against this. Like absolutely, like there's nothing we can do. He's immune to CC. He's immune to the drag. She floats up. He comes back. She comes back. Yeah, we just lose this. And Screg mounts up so quick in this. It's not even funny. There goes the Flora. Ooh, could Sophia stall and get an ult? No, because she's gonna get licked. She didn't get leaked. I don't know. She could have dropped the bomb and died a little bit later. that is a team that we're never going to win against. But hey, Chicken Iron making waves in endgame. I'm absolutely pumped for it. It's a sick team. It is a sick team. And I always loved the idea of using Gorvo in it, and the fact that Titus, my boy Titus, squeezed the spot in. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.